Welcome to the series where I show you the best pro settings in Rocket League, and make sure you stay to the end of this video as I'll be showing you a secret setting I'm sure you've not turned on and it will help your ranked play drastically. But before I get into the video, make sure to like and sub down below. I'm trying to hit 40 likes in this video and I'm also getting so close to 10k subs. So make sure you sub down below, every single sub counts. And please sub to the channel, I'm getting so close to 10k subs. And I'll get into the video now. So in this video I'm going to be showing you FirstKiller settings. And I'll get into testing now. I've not got his gameplay interface video, audio or chat settings. I've only got his camera controls and also his keybinds. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to show you my ones. And I think a few of them are pretty good. And they're also settings that I've also got off pros as well. So here I think everything's default except maybe input buffer. I'll just look at my settings here, take a quick mental screenshot of them and just copy them to yours, or if you've got no issue with yours at the moment, just keep them. Now for his camera settings, he's got his field of view at 109. A lot of pros do have it at 109, I found out when I started looking more at their settings. I've got mine at 110, he's got his at 109. You might think it makes no difference. It probably doesn't make that much difference, but just give it a go at 109 and see how it does for you. You may as well give it a go, it doesn't make any difference. Now for his distance, he's got his distance at 270. I feel like this is a very common distance for pros. A lot of pros do have it at 270. So there must be some secret behind this having it at 270. Or it's just the best setting and that's why he's got it, because he's a pro. Now the height, he's got his height at 100. Normally you have your height either at 100 or 110. I always find having it at 100 helps a lot of your dribbles, as your camera and your car is really in line with each other and it really helps you with your dribbles, flicks, and just general mechanics in Rocket League. So I'd give that a go at 100, even if you're used to 110, I'd give that a go. Now he's got his angle at -3. This is another thing that's very common between all of the pros, it's at -3. I've always had mine around -4, but all of the pros seem to have it -3. I think for freestyling you want your camera more angled upwards, so you can look down at your flip resets. But for pros, this doesn't really matter as you're not really going for flip resets most of the time. And I feel like that angle being -3, it just moves your camera a bit further down, so you can be more in line with your car for dribbles and flicks. Now for stiffness, his stiffness is at 0.4. This is a very good middle ground as well, as obviously if your stiffness is lower, that means that your camera is going to be further away from your car. And if your stiffness is higher, it stays closer to your car and it doesn't move as much. I actually prefer my stiffness near 1. I'm not sure about most pros, but I feel like there is kind of a push to have your stiffness a bit higher at the moment. But obviously FirstKiller's got his stiffness at 0.4, so I'm not going to change that at all. And now he's got his swivel speed at 10. To be honest, I don't really understand why it is at 10. Because I would have thought when you press your right joystick, you want it to be as fast as possible to go wherever you're looking. And having it at 10 means it's basically slow motion going over there. I'm obviously not going to change it as this is his settings, but I always have my swivel speed right down to 1. But just do whatever you feel is the best. If you want to copy him, copy him. Transition speed, he's got it at 1.2. And 1.2, I feel like that is really good. 1.1, 1.2, that's the best one out there, because you want it to be really quick and snappy between both ball and car cam. That helps to make your clips look cleaner, that helps to see the ball and car a lot quicker. Anything higher I just wouldn't have it. Then I couldn't find his information for his demo transition time, so I've just left it at default for this video. And inverted swivel, there wasn't any information out there for that either, but I'll give you a little rundown on inverted swivel, as a lot of people do just leave this unticked. I always actually keep mine ticked. This is mainly because I do freestyle, and what this basically does is it's the way the camera moves on top of your car. For long air dribbles, for multiple flip resets, your camera really does come over the top of the car. It does really help your mechanics and just general flip resets, general long air dribbles. So if you're just really comp main, I would keep this off. But if you actually do dabble in a bit of freestyle, I would actually keep this on, because I think it does help quite a bit. I've tried it on, I've tried it off. I've asked other pro freestylers, they keep it on. Some keep it off. It's all just personal preference. So do whatever you're used to, but I would always recommend trying it on or trying it off if you're used to the opposite. So now for his keybinds, he's got basically everything default. He's got his left air roll at he's got his left air roll at R1. He's not got air roll right. He does use left air roll. To ignore that air roll right one there, as that's mine. But I don't know, I feel like left air roll on R1, I feel like that would just be a bit confusing for me. I guess you get used to it, but that's what his setting is. I'm not going to change it. But I'll also try it with L1 or LB as well. And obviously R1 is RB. And he's got power slide on square. I would always give power slide a go on L1. Yeah, L1. Obviously, he's got on square, so I'm going to leave it like that. And he's also got his normal air roll on square as well, like that. So that's all of his keybinds. So just take a quick look at these. And as I said, his air roll right, he's not got air roll right binded, and he uses air roll left on R1. So ignore that. So now for his steering and aerial sense, he's got his aerial sense at 1.17. This is actually really, really low. I wasn't expecting it to be that low, but it must work well for him. And he's got his steering sense at 1.19. I always recommend having these sensitivities just above 2, as the lower down they are, the better it is for air dribbles, and the higher up it is, the better for flip resets and musty flicks. Some pros have it around 4, some have it around 3, and he obviously has it really low at 1, so this must work well for him. Now his controller Deadzone, he's got this at 0.05, and before I get onto Deadzone, he did say he had cross Deadzone on. Well, he didn't say it, I got it off a website, I didn't ask him myself. But he's got cross Deadzone. I'm not going to show you the Steam for that, but he's got cross Deadzone. Controller settings, he's got 0.05. This is what I also use when I do comp. I feel like this is a really good setting. And he also uses 0.6 for his dodge Deadzone. This is a really good middle ground. I think it might be default. It's either that or 0.5. I'm not sure. But this is really good settings all round. I've not got these keyboards and vibration ones, obviously, as he doesn't use keyboards. And the interface setting is my one, but make sure you do carry on watching, as I have got little settings that I turn on that a lot of people ask about, and ones that actually really help you in comp. So make sure you do stay to the end of the video. And also make sure to like and sub as well. I said it before, but I'm trying to hit 10k subs. So hit the sub button down below. So now for the interface settings. I've shown you the camera and control settings. All of those are the pros players settings. But from interface onwards, it's my settings, and it's ones that I think are the best settings, as I couldn't find any details or anything online to get these pro settings from interface onwards. But carry on with the video, because there's a few important settings in these. So the first important setting I would change is the nameplate scale. It's originally at 100%, but I think it's pretty important for you to put it up to 120%. I actually got this off watching Rizzo's video, and he said that he puts it up to 120%, and I do feel like it actually makes a difference in comp. It makes you see your opponents easier. It's just all round better for comp in my opinion. So I would give it a go putting it up to 120%, as I feel like it actually does make a difference. Nameplate modes, default, match notifications, I think it has all when you start the game. So if you're new to the game, I would put this up on time updates only. It does make the screen a lot less cluttered. and it's just a lot better in my opinion for just playing in general. It makes the experience a lot better. And I think this is turned on originally. If you're new to the game, make sure to turn that off. And team colored boost meter, if you've seen people play on like TikTok or YouTube or stuff like that, some of the time their boost meter is a bit different color. A lot of people ask me, why is it that color, or how do you make it that color? And I see a lot of comments on other people's videos saying, how is it that color? And that's because this is normally turned off and you want to turn that on. I feel like that actually makes the game look a lot better in my opinion. So make sure to turn that on, as that actually does make the game look really cool. And everything else in here is just default. So now on video settings, everything's on performance. Having everything on performance does make it look a lot better in my opinion. You might see some of the pros have like high quality, performance, quality or whatever. But I feel like most of the time, if anyone's got those settings on, it's to make their game look better for you to watch it, if you know what I mean. So when they're playing by themselves, they might have everything on performance, but when they're recording their videos or they're live streaming, they have it on quality to make their game just look better for the audience. So I feel like just keep it on performance. If your computer's really good, maybe change a few settings to see what you can get away with, but I feel like it's more important for your game to run smoothly and look better. So make sure to keep it the basic settings, and after you've kind of got your PC working well, then make the settings a bit higher up. And obviously this is high quality, otherwise your game is just going to look rubbish. Now I'd have master volume up and I'd have gameplay volume up. I don't really see any point of having these ones on as well, but I'm just a player that just plays without audio. I mainly do freestyle, so I don't think it's necessary to have audio, but for comp it's actually pretty important to have audio on, so make sure your master volume stays up. Actually, I'll leave it here for now for you. Actually no, I won't, it's like, but there's nothing else in this settings that are not default. So now for chat, I would also change this to teammates only a lot of the time, as there's not actually any point speaking to the other team really, and it just makes everything get toxic. So just keep it on teammates only, and everything's just default here. Nothing's different at all except from these two up here. These are different. And now for the quick chat, this is my quick chat, but it doesn't really matter too much. Just do whatever you want. I never use quick chat, but this is my ones if you're wondering. And now I'm going to show you a few of my presets. I actually think that the preset on your card does actually matter and depends how you play. For example, if I'm playing with one like this, I might not play as well as if I play with this one. So I've just got a few paint finishes for you to try. I always play better with metallic pearl or exo. I don't know why, but I just always play better with exo or metallic pearl. So I'd give it a go. And if you pick metallic pearl or exo, I'd always pick black as the secondary, and also pick quite a dark colour for the primary. I just always play a lot better like that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's placebo or what it is, but I would give it a go yourself. Then for the boost, I always use black standard. I always think black standard's the best, just in general play. I mean, obviously, I feel like if you had one like this, you just wouldn't play as well. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or whatever, but I would give it a go yourself and try it out. Then also for the trail, I always find myself playing better with just a normal classic black. Or you can use light speed black as well. That one looks pretty good. So I think just the more basic your car is, the better your play. I really do think that. So I'd just mess around with these different decals and stuff as well, and see what you best play with, and just give it a go. And that's everything for this video. So make sure to sub, as I'm trying to hit 10k subs, and it's going to help me a lot if you sub, as every sub matters. Hit the like button, as I'm trying to hit 40 likes in this video. And also YouTube recommended you one of these videos, so make sure you go and watch those videos.